For so many immigrants, the waiting has felt endless. Waiting for a decision, waiting for a chance, waiting for life to finally move forward. Every day begins with hope, and every week brings uncertainty. But for the first time in years, that waiting may soon feel a little lighter. Something real is happening inside the U.S. immigration system. USCIS is moving faster, decisions are being made sooner, and there's finally measurable progress you can see, not just promises on paper. Welcome to Legal Focus USA, your trusted guide for clear, reliable immigration updates. Today, we're diving into the major turnaround happening inside USCIS, why green card, work permit, and citizenship approvals are picking up speed, how Congress helped make it happen, and what you can do right now to take advantage of this long-awaited improvement. For years, applicants felt trapped in silence. People filed petitions and then waited 16, 18, sometimes 24 months with no movement. But this fall, something different began to take shape. According to the official USCIS performance report from November 2025, average decision rates for both family-based and employment-based cases have jumped by more than 18% since midsummer. That's not a minor tweak. That's a real shift inside an agency that for years was known mostly for its backlogs. So what changed? A big part of the story starts in Congress. After months of hearings and mounting frustration, lawmakers finally took action. They demanded accountability, tied portions of USCIS's budget to measurable progress, and required the agency to report specific improvements in processing speed and transparency. That political pressure, combined with temporary supplemental funding, sparked what USCIS insiders are calling a performance acceleration plan. Under this plan, two major priorities came to life: hiring and modernization. Hundreds of new adjudicators and support staff were brought on board, while older paper-based systems began to be replaced with digital platforms. That means officers in different offices can now share files instantly instead of waiting for physical paperwork to move from one location to another. What once took weeks now takes minutes. Inside USCIS, a series of small but powerful updates have added up to big results. Field offices are now digitally connected, allowing cases to move fluidly between officers. High-volume service centers, especially those handling family petitions and adjustment of status cases, have been reinforced with temporary staff from slower locations. And one quiet but impactful change has been the simplified review process for renewals. In the past, even renewal cases that didn't need new interviews could sit for months waiting for review. Now, those are being fast-tracked through an automated system, freeing up officers to focus on complex petitions that truly need more attention. In short, USCIS is proving that efficiency doesn't always need new laws. Sometimes it just needs better management and smarter use of technology. Families are already seeing the difference. If you filed Form I-130 for a family petition or Form I-485 for adjustment of status, you may have noticed faster updates. Where the average timeline used to stretch between 16 and 18 months, decisions are now being issued in about 12 to 14 months, and in some service centers, even sooner. Couples who filed their paperwork last fall are already receiving interview notices. For many families, that's more than just good news. It's the return of predictability, the ability to plan, to book travel, and to breathe a little easier. Work permit holders are feeling it too. When the 540-day automatic extension ended back in October, many people feared chaos, that they'd lose their jobs or fall out of status. But USCIS was better prepared than expected. Renewal applications filed in early fall have been approved in as little as 60 to 75 days, compared to 100 days or more earlier this year. That's a meaningful difference. It means paychecks don't stop. It means stability for families relying on that income. It's also a sign that the agency's pre-planning and staffing efforts are finally paying off. especially in categories like H4, L2, and employment-based adjustment renewals. Citizenship cases have seen a surge as well. Across the nation, field offices are scheduling naturalization interviews at almost double the pace of last year. Some applicants who filed their N-400s in early 2025 are already attending oath ceremonies before the year ends. USCIS's long-term goal is to bring naturalization processing times under 9 months by mid-2026, and for once, that goal looks within reach. Cities such as Dallas, Chicago, and Phoenix are leading the charge with record interview scheduling and oath completions. For lawful permanent residents who have waited years to take that final step, this is more than a bureaucratic victory. It's a deeply personal one. Now, let's talk about what's really happening inside these offices on a daily basis. Officers are working with new digital tools that reduce repetitive manual checks. Case files can be reviewed by multiple team members simultaneously instead of sitting on one desk for weeks. Renewal applications that match existing biometrics are being approved without new appointments. These updates might sound technical, but they add up to a faster, fairer, and less stressful experience for applicants. So what should you do right now to take advantage of this positive momentum? If your case was filed in 2024 or early 2025, check your USCIS tracker frequently. Movement is happening every week. If you receive a request for evidence, respond as quickly and completely as possible. Under the new model, fully documented responses are being decided within weeks instead of months. And if you're preparing to file a new case, pay close attention to accuracy. Even though processing is faster, mistakes can still cause costly delays. Make sure your forms, supporting documents, and fees are all correct before submitting. This is one of the best windows in years to file or follow up on your pending application. The agency's current efficiency drive means that well-prepared cases are being rewarded with quicker results. Looking ahead to 2026, USCIS plans to continue upgrading its systems and maintaining this faster pace. Lawmakers are expected to revisit immigration funding early next year, and many are already discussing making these modernization programs permanent. If that happens, we could finally see an end to the cycle of backlogs and uncertainty that have defined U.S. immigration for more than a decade. Of course, no system is perfect. Some categories, like the family preference visas with fixed annual limits, will still face long waits. But the difference today is that USCIS is no longer standing still. It's learning, adapting, and using technology to move cases forward instead of letting them pile up. For millions of immigrants, this progress represents more than statistics. It's the return of hope. Each approval means a job regained, a reunion finally scheduled, a dream closer to becoming real. It's proof that persistence pays off and that the system, when managed well, can deliver fairness and efficiency. So as 2025 comes to a close, take heart. The landscape is changing. Faster processing times, better coordination, and renewed accountability are giving immigrants across the world a reason to believe again. And here at Legal Focus USA, we'll keep guiding you through it with clarity, accuracy, and compassion every step of the way. If you found this update helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to Legal Focus USA for more real-world immigration updates, legal explanations, and trusted news you can count on. Stay informed, stay strong, and stay hopeful because your journey matters and progress is finally here.